Fog in the Channel, a headline once said. Continent cut off. Hastings on the Sussex coast is barely 40 miles from France, and in the referendum it voted leave.
Our marriage with our neighbours over there lasted just 47 years. We didn't even make the golden anniversary.
But now we're single again. Will we be any better off? This is the Michael Crick report for Mail Plus.
I was 14 when Britain joined the common market, and my abiding memory is of a football match played at Wembley between the 3 and the 6, the 3 new members, Britain, Denmark and Ireland, and the 6 existing members. And there were some big names on the pitch that night: Pat Jennings, Bobby Moore, Bobby Charlton, Franz Beckenbauer, Gerd Muller. But Wembley was barely a third full, which perhaps illustrates the apathy, the ambivalence that many Britons feel towards our involvement with Europe.
There are genuine grievances too, of course. Hastings boasts the biggest beach-launched fishing fleet in Britain, but 50 years ago, before Ted Heath took us into Europe, it was 2 or 3 times as big.
Did you vote for Brexit?
I did, definitely, yes.
Now, how old were you? How old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm 52.
52. So you were 5 when we joined the common market all those years ago. Do you remember that at all?
No, all I remember is my dad, he was a fisherman before me, saying that Ted Heath sold us down to Swanee.
Traditional British fishing grounds had to be shared with our European partners. In a scene that's probably not changed in 50 years, we found a couple more fishermen in a nearby hut.
Were you around when we entered the common market in 70?
I was, yeah.
Do you remember that?
Just about, yeah.
What do you remember of it?
It was a right pain, and nobody got asked about it at all. There was no vote from people whether we wanted to go in there. It was just down to the politicians to decide what we're going to do again, without anybody talking.
20 minutes north, we visited an art gallery and picture framing business. Over the years, Kenton Lowe has received thousands in EU grants to help pay for machinery.
The EU's been good for you.
It's been very good for me, yeah. And it has done for a long time. I mean, the gallery and this side of the business has been, I wouldn't say reliant upon EU, but they've certainly allowed accessibility to various sort of grants and funding for many, many years. And I would say that we probably wouldn't be where we are today if it wasn't for that accessibility for finance.
The Post Office marked our joining the common market in 1973 by issuing these commemorative stamps. And over the years, there have been other stamps for particular landmarks, such as the first elections to the European Parliament in '79 and the start of the single market in 1993. But apart from a few stamps and the odd coin, there hasn't been much in this country to celebrate our membership of the European Union. And even those politicians who think passionately about Europe have been strangely reluctant to come out and tell the public why they think that way. And in that climate, it's perhaps encouraged the growth of Euroscepticism and ultimately the feeling amongst the British public that we ought to leave.
This will make a better one for you.
So after Brexit, will things improve for the Hastings fishermen?
Do you think it's going to make a difference now Brexit's happening?
Not in my lifetime, it won't. It might do for my kids.
They're not confident Boris Johnson will get what they want.
He hasn't come out to us and said, we're definitely not going to trade your fishing rights, you're going to get your 200-mile limit back around the coast, which would be great, absolutely wonderful, if we stop the foreigners coming in here.
Kenton Lowe says he will survive even without EU cash.
We've been feeling the squeeze and the pinch for a number of years now, but as I say, we're adaptable. We have to look at what we're doing, look at where our revenues are coming in, and just push forward and be positive.
For Leavers, Brexit is the great opportunity. For Remainers, an economic disaster. But in 20 or 30 years' time, it may be quite difficult to tell whether it makes a difference one way or the other. And if it all goes wrong, Will the Europeans have us back? Of course they would. But next time, it would be on much tougher terms.